Hey, welcome back to Divinity Gems for my Capricorns. This week, getting out your reading for November 12th through 18th. Moving along through the month, y'all. Got a new deck for you, Arcane Tarot, we'll use today. That light inside. That's what caught me on the deck by Timothy Lance. Let's do you guys a 9-card spread for the week, Capricorn, and see what energy you have going on. Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands in reverse. It's a house depicted on there. But in reverse, it may look like a little scary house to me right off the bat. Upright. It's a nice house, but you have to have the right perception about whether or not you're afraid to go in that type of house. It's an interesting depiction for a 7 of Wands. But it's all about your perception sometimes. So Capricorn, let's get into your reading. Does have reversals as well. First row, we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. I'll put it upright so you can see the depiction. He's an interesting character. We know the 5 of Wands to be conflict. Usually by fear. He's got a hand touching his chest there. Definitely been through a battle of some sort. Right behind this battle, having Justice, finishing off your top row, and the 3 of Pentacles. There are those scales, always Libra, balance, and then 3 of Pentacles. To me, is a good sign of growth. It's something solid, something taking shape. I feel after the conflict is balanced out up in this top row. So the conflict that was going on, it did involve a lot of fear, because this is a scary side of conflict. Usually there's a struggle going on between more than one person in the 5 of Wands. But in this card, his struggle seems to be within himself. And we are battling the monster inside ourselves, Capricorn, I feel, on this one. They're like 5 spirits on top of him. And I guess I'm trying to decide if these are his guides that are around him through this time of conflict. Because conflict comes up when we need to change something. When something is not balanced. And so this conflict came up to balance out your life, Capricorn. The whole thing, the whole ordeal came up for you to change your perception of the way you were doing things, or the way you were used to doing things. There's a lot of fear around it, a lot of fear around your conflict and why you were looking at it one way. Was based on a whole lot of fears, which was, in a sense, your conflict through your most recent lesson here. Balancing it back out, though, is a great sign to see. Right behind it, you have seemed to conquer this situation. And if you haven't as of yet, it's going to be balanced out, because there's new growth coming with that 3 of Pentacles. There's new growth coming in this area where you needed help understanding to adjust your thinking on this one, because it was causing the conflict. The fear over the way you were looking at this situation was causing conflict. Let's drop down to the second row. 7 of Swords is in reverse. It's the moon and the raven carrying, very bright. It would look like a chain of some sort, but it looks like the sun to me. Definitely a moon in that picture. That was in reverse, 7 of Swords in reverse. Usually it's mental conflict in our head. So and that coming up under that fear card, letting me know this was the past situation here. And you are over just beating yourself up about it, Capricorn. I feel like you're over beating yourself up about it. But there's something in there. Maybe it's because of the length of time that you've dealt with the situation. So if this was definitely a relationship or a person, this 4 of Cups is here because it's a hard thing to just detach from. It's a hard thing to just put out of your mind after you spent so much time trying to move something. And once that's over, there's a sense of emptiness there with these empty glasses on the 4 of Cups. There's a sense of nostalgia kind of going on here where you look back in a sentimental type of way over, just everything you went through, either with that person or that situation. Just everything you went through causes this nostalgic type of emotion to come up that you may not even understand it, but it is the balancing that is following your Justice card. Is the balancing back of your emotions to where you were maybe attached to. It was definitely conflict. The things that you were trying to do were of conflict to your emotions. And so the balancing had to be done there. The balancing had to be done. Something had to be released. Something had to be let go. And for a lot of you, I feel like that was a relationship. Some of you, you've been at a job a long time. You may have had to walk away. But there's growth here. There's growth coming. Though, last card of your second row is the Fool card in reverse. Can't tell how really to look at this Fool card. It's like he's running upwards. But even when I look at it this way, there is masks on this depiction of the Fool card. It's definitely about being okay showing yourself to the world, showing yourself the new you, and without the mask of the safety net of whatever we were used to doing here. And for a lot of you, Capricorn, I feel like that was taking care of someone, because I have this 4 of Cups here. And if you're in this type of longing energy, it's about the sentimental. That feeling is really strong here, this sentimental type of feeling. You just caught up in the nostalgia of it and the sentimentality of, definitely if it was a relationship. With the Fool card being in reverse, maybe this was the only situation or the only person in a love situation that you were fully unmasked to. Maybe they saw the true you completely in the raw, and you haven't given that or opened up in that way to anyone else, which is why this nostalgia feeling of, all the things you've been through with that person are coming up at this time. And the Fool card being in reverse, like you want to stay a little bit in that energy, just sitting in that energy, knowing that you need to move through it, and acceptance is necessary, and then being okay with knowing that the new is coming and it's going to be okay and it's going to grow. It's going to be something solid that's going to grow. It's a releasing. It's definitely a releasing that needs to be done here. Because if you stay in this energy, you won't be accepting of the new. You're actually delaying the new. And you don't want to draw this type of energy back to you when you fought so hard to come out of this conflict and the scales are being balanced. It's trying to even it back out, Capricorn. Detachment is never easy, but staying in this energy here, I just feel it really strong, a longing or a look back, dreamy type of energy there. Let's see what the final outcome is going to be down here, 5 of Cups. There's that feeling I got again. From the Four of Cups to the Five of Cups. There's one. For a lot of you, I do feel like this was a relationship that you had to let someone go, a marriage that ended, a relationship that ended. There's the lady walking up there in the moonlight, and there is a dark shadow down here that had to be left behind. And now that type of haunting feeling there is there again, present with you guys, Capricorn. Empress in reverse. When the Empress is in reverse, I feel like you're very aware of everything, but the actions and the feelings are still kind of overwhelming at the time. So you're just in some emotional energy right now for this week, Capricorn. I feel like some emotional energy here, hanging on to the past, ending in the Four of Pentacles, which we know is holding on real tight sometimes. She is really holding on to those pentacles there. I mean, in that fire there's a passion around the way she is holding those pentacles. It's the same feeling I got off Four of Cups and that Five of Cups. There is a longing, definitely a nostalgic type of everything we had and everything, the memories there that she's holding on to. Definitely I feel in that card, while the Empress is in reverse, because we're stuck in this energy, Capricorn, of remorse, kind of longing. But the goal is for justice. The goal is to balance out your life and get your perception of acceptance over moving on toward the new, to do what's in your best interest, to make you happy, is not to hurt you with the past. It's definitely to make you understand the lessons of the past so that you can use them in your new, which will make your new so much better than your past. I don't know how else to. Everything you got from this experience, I'll just say it like that, Capricorn. Everything you got that you're feeling, these nostalgic type of feelings over, all the things and all the memories and all of this that you're holding on to, you don't really release that when you release the person. You're keeping those and taking them with you into the new. There's new pentacles here, but you definitely learned something through this cycle. You definitely learned something through it. You learned something about yourself as you're up here with your intuition. Now that the loss is gone, you up there with the moon, listening to your inner voice, trying to understand what just happened in your life. And the lesson was learned to me. It's just that you're sitting in that energy and you don't know how to move past that Five of Cups type of. That's that sigh. When you look at the Five of Cups, it's just, it's that wasted feeling. And you shouldn't look at it that way, really. That's the perception card. That's why the Seven of Wands started off at the bottom for you. It's the way you're looking at it. You did not waste time, effort. It was not all in vain. Everything happened exactly as it should have happened, for the reason of making you stronger, Capricorn. It had to be justice brought to the imbalance where you were doing more than you were receiving. Balances it back out for you. So it's perfectly fine to be in that energy. It's perfectly human to be in that energy of, yeah, wow, look back on all the things. We all look back sometimes. But don't look back to the point where it stops you and scares you from moving forward. And that's the message for today. Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands. Clarity in action here. Clarity in action. You know you need to make moves, Capricorn. And you have the insight behind it with the Eight of Wands. You have the insight and the power to do so. Your strength is there. You just kind of maybe a little in that dreamy energy of looking back and being nostalgic this week. It's okay. It's okay. Just don't stay there. Make sure your perception is all the things you've gained. Don't dwell on the negative of the experience. Dwell on the positive of all the things you gained, the lessons that you learned. Look at those things moving forward this week as you look back and reflect back on your last situation. Pulling for you a Conscious Spirit Oracle. I haven't used these in a while. That is by Kim Dreyer. I'll get you a Conscious Spirit message for the week. Capricorn. All right. It's going to be, I feel comfortable in my own body and I am sensitive to other people's feelings. So you're dealing with some sacral chakra energy down there, Capricorn. Those are those feelings. It's where they come from. But you control that light. And you look at the expression on her face. It's a peaceful look back, even though it may have been conflict and stress. Look back with peaceful memories of enjoying the good things that you enjoyed about that experience. Learning from the things that you didn't enjoy about that experience were definitely lessons learned. And being at peace with that and accepting that that was going to make you a stronger person, that was going to make your light brighter, even brighter. All right. Good message for you, Capricorn. Hope you enjoy your week. If you do need to book a personal, down below in the description box. Till next time, thanks for watching.